father's presence. Ghost story about a late father making his presence known to his son over the years. We have had many things happen here over the years, especially upstairs, where my father died in 1974. In December of 2000, my first child, Chelsea, was born. When she came home from the hospital, our back screen door constantly opened and closed for 2 weeks. Finally, when I saw the handle move, I freaked out, telling my dad, "If you can't knock first, piss off," meaning to go away. Mom said he must have taken it to heart, and it never happened again. My father came to see his first grandchild. He still comes and goes with his antics, as I know it's him. But this time I am puzzled. The orb went from the box of ashes to my chest, then up to the ceiling, which is the floor for upstairs where he died. When Mom was in the hospital for 2 weeks, the place was empty. Yet I constantly heard banging and moving about. I would go up there and tell him where she was, and the noise stopped for months. I know he is here as I feel him. One day at the sink, I had this cold chill and gasped for breath. The only thought that kept repeating was 1 week, over and over. 4 days later, Mom nearly died with an extremely high blood sugar level. While in the hospital, the noises upstairs began as I had explained. As a young boy at the dining table, after my dad has passed, my butter knife went missing. As I stood up to get another one, it was perfectly placed, horizontally, in the curtains directly behind my head. Also, I was awakened to see my wardrobe door open, this happening the same year. I was never scared, just alarmed, as I always knew it was my dad. Pulsating plasma light. Real story. Ghost or spirit visitation is witnessed as pulsating balls of plasma light. I was at camp and the generator went out. I was writing and praying at the time to someone who recently passed away for insight. As I began writing, the power went out. I then saw 5 balls of plasma, pulsating light at different distances, coming slowly towards me. It was a very peaceful kind of experience. I felt the presence of 5 individuals. The kids said that it was Faith, their sister, who just passed away, and our 2 pets, Madeline and Bobo, and possibly 2 others. Rest home real story. A family hears footsteps in an abandoned rest home, then runs. This is not a lie. My dad, brother, cousin, mom, and I went into this old, burnt-down rest home across from our house. We went in at about 10 o'clock at night, using flashlights, and walked through the rooms and looked around. We had gone in every room, and as we were about to enter the stairs to the basement, my mom and little brother heard a piece of glass crunch, like someone or something was walking through a room. My mom said something and told us to be quiet for 1 minute. As we did, some more glass crunched, and we all started running. We will never again go inside, nor will we ever know what it was, but it was a memory we will never forget. George Ghost True Story. A playful ghost named George has shared their home for decades. Our family has a ghost in our grandmother's current house. She has been living in this house for 40 years and experienced George, as we named him, the first year. I personally have not seen him yet, but I have been told many stories about him, and he has woken me up in the middle of the night. He is a child, and for whatever reason, he doesn't try to scare us. George pulls pranks. He turns fans and lights on while people are sleeping, and when asked to stop, he will stop for a while. He has visited my brother more than anyone. The first time he visited my brother was when my brother was 8. He turned the fan on and pointed it toward my brother. I should mention that my brother is 30 now, so I wasn't even born yet. It was in the middle of winter, and between the cold weather, the house's poor insulation, the fan, and the chill you get when there is an entity present, My brother could see his breath. After he got up to turn the fan off, he turned around and there stood a figure that he could see, even though it was almost pitch black, about 6 inches from him. Most of our family had lived in that house and experienced George and has grown to accept him. You could even say my brother is friends with him. Cigarette smoke. Real story. On her great-uncle's birthday, Amy smelled cigar smoke. Then it vanished. My name is Amy. Once I was standing in my dining room, and I felt really cold and could smell cigar smoke. I asked my mom to come over where I was at and smell it. So she did. It was only in that one spot, and then it disappeared. Then I went to my nan's the next day, and to my surprise, I found out that the day I smelled the smoke and felt the cold spot was my great-uncle Billy's birthday. It was the 2nd of October, and my great-uncle Billy was the only man in the family to smoke cigars. So what do you think of that? Old man real story. A man sees the ghost of a kind old man in his uncle's house, friendly, but still frightening. Once at my uncle's house, my dad woke up early and went to get a drink. As he looked into the fridge for a drink, he felt something behind him. As he turned, thinking it was me since I awoke early, he was about to speak, but saw the ghost of the nice old man who lived there before us. He was scared and ran through the ghost and back to bed. There has been many people who saw this ghost and have been scared. He presents no negative energies and is nice. I have been scared sleeping over there and do not intend to do so much more. Mom's true story. The fireplace lit itself, and she wasn't alone. When my mom was a kid, she lived in some weird places, but in my opinion, this was the worst and scariest. When she was a kid, she had to babysit her younger family a lot. One day, her aunt and her mom were out at a friend's house. It was late, and she had to babysit her baby cousin. About an hour after they left, Mom and her cousin heard footsteps coming from upstairs. My mom went up to see what it was. Nothing was there. She went down and put her little cousin in his jacket. They heard it again and decided to try to block it out. The 4th time they heard it, my mom took her cousin to the kitchen. On the way there, they passed the fireplace. My mom looked over at it, and it lit up. She looked at about 3 candles, and they all caught fire also. She took her little cousin and went to a neighbor's house and called their parents. Nothing happened beyond that point unless she was babysitting. I told the story exactly how my mom told me the first time, and I'm passing it down. Pool and barn real story. A girl sees a ghost child by the pool, and something grabs her. Is the house haunted? Last week, it was Monday. I have an easy set pool. I got in it. I swam for about 5 to 10 minutes. I went underwater and came up. I saw a little kid standing on the ladder to get in the pool. I don't know if my eyes were playing tricks on me or what, but it was so freaky. When it was gone, I jumped out of the pool and headed for the house. Yesterday, I got in it again. When I looked at the window on my house, a figure was standing in the window. I thought it was a shadow, so I didn't bother with it. I went underwater, and when I went to come up, it felt like something grabbed my ankle, then let loose. My mom was out there with me, and she said, "Did you see that? Something grabbed your ankle and held you. Did you see anything? Are you hurt?" She kept saying I told her, "I'm fine and okay." I really think my house is haunted. In the war, it used to be the doctor's place to help people in the war. People died in it, so that pretty much ties up everything. My sisters and my mom went to the barn, and on the hay lofts, they saw a guy hanging and staring at them. They then got the hell out of there. When they told me, I didn't believe them. So is my house haunted or not? You pick. Not all visitors from the other side come to scare. Like this video if you believe. Subscribe for more true stories, and tell us your experience in the comments.